came to Brazil 4 times. Well, this trip is the best trip we've had, I think, to Brazil in the times that I've come. And other people have been saying the same thing. Well, that's very much musical engagement, I guess, with both local musicians and our own activities has been big. The fact that we actually stayed in Rio instead of traveling around so much. I mean, maybe we miss out seeing a variety of things, but it makes it easier not to keep sitting on the bus. So we can instead, and Rio offers quite a lot. So there could be many different activities every day for a long time. And I think we took advantage of that. We're going to the workshop, we're going to the Sambadrome, we're going to the culture house, we're going to the parade, we're going to 3 different things every day. So that keeps it interesting. And yeah, I mean, we're coming here as a band, so we'd like to both be able to play and be able to watch other bands. And we've been really lucky that we also got invited to participate in other bands that were interesting to try. And yeah, inspiring also. And particularly the Voradora group, where we got to follow in their Bloco at the carnival, and that's a pretty big presentation. There was some 25, 30,000 people in the park following very enthusiastically our band, and we got a mention in the paper but weren't named. But the important thing is that they were very welcoming, and at least in the horn section, I felt like the drummers were a little more stressed. I think they expected something else from the percussions, but in the horn section it was very just free and crazy and running around and play the note you can find out. You can play one note if that's the one that you can figure out and that's the one that fits, and then just run around and be crazy, and all the important horn parts were on loudspeaker, which meant you could both hear and follow the right horn parts when you wanted to, and all of the other miscellaneous guessing was not heard so loudly. Mm. Definitely. If I was living in Rio, I'd probably seek them out right away to see if I could be accepted. Well, because I know the way it works with them is they have this kind of carnival period, which is now, when they have this very open attitude, and they want to get to a big band and make a big blocko, and I think also the rehearsals are a little bit like that. But there's also a core group that is more ambitious, and they expect people to know the parts and play them right and be able to do a show that's tight. So they seem like they have 2 different circles in a way inside the group. But certainly at the carnival time, it was great to be playing with them. Well, I guess there's one, although I've not been... Oh, the low point is this room is full of mosquitoes in the nighttime, and it's terrible. You can spray on you, and you can try and close the windows, and you can turn up the fan and air conditioning. You can do what you like, but you're going to get bit all night long, and it's hard to sleep. The big moment was the parade in the park with Voradora at the end of the carnival. That was the peak moment. Both because just to enjoy them and what they do, and to furthermore actually be accepted to try to be a part of that, and to see all those people watching them, and just how crazy their show was. That was a definite high point. I think it's far from normal to be invited inside, because you know how it works. These blockos, they have this kind of rope around, and all of the anointed ones are sitting inside it, standing or running around inside of the rope, and everyone else has to stay out of the rope who is watching. And to be invited to come inside of the rope and be a part of the show, I think it's very not normal and very a privilege for us to be able to do it. Yeah, I hope they all like it. I would not be surprised if some of them weren't that crazy about it, actually. But so I hope, but some of them definitely loved it. So I think overall we had a positive reception from Voradora. I think the other group we played with was the more traditional percussion samba group. whose name, Badalo, I think, they were rather less welcoming, more tolerant of us, I would say. And also the mix didn't work as well because when they have, I don't know, 30 drums or 10 horns couldn't really fit that well. But it was interesting to try them, and they were game to give us a couple of songs at their show and also let us rehearse with them. So that was, I guess, interesting to try to be part of such a huge, more traditional samba percussion outfit as them. But they also had their ambitions. I don't think they really thought we fit that well in with them, and I'm not sure we necessarily thought so either. But I hope they thought like us that it was fun to try. I think most musicians would think that.
Do you want to add anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, and you'll just look at me and nod at the nod. So Danielle, tell me your name and how long you've been with us.
My name is Daniel, and I've been a member of Abanda since 1984, not 1884. 1984, that means more than 25 years, 27 years. Yeah.
And what, are you Danish or what is your...
No, well, I'm originally from Argentina. I came to Denmark when I was 21 years, married with a Danish woman, we're still married with. And yeah, I've been living there also for more than 30 years. So my background is Latin, Spanish from Argentina.
So, are you what was the draw to Abanda? Was it really music, was it people, was it friends? How did you end up?
Well, I'm not a musician, but I play music since I was 13 years. I'm from the generation of hippies from the 60s who listened to Beatles, Stones, and all the great bands of the 60s. I play rock and blues, funk. I play drums since I was 15 years. And I played in Denmark also in a band until I saw an advertising in one of the music schools. They need some drummers in Abanda, and I always been interested in Brazilian music. So I started in Abanda there in '84 and started to play the caixa, with the snare drum. So that was my, and at that time I played also in a band, and I continued to play until '92, where it was too much, and I got my second child, so I quit the band and I continued with Abanda because it was enough for me to perform and to great people, you know, a lot of friends, and it's like a big family.
Argentine fan has a theory that he tried out, which was inspired by Patrice's theme about samba heels, and he was saying that his theory is that Abanda heels. It is
Yeah.
Abanda was a broken heart, you know, Thomas is, you know, sort of in a broken marriage, and you know, I mean, was there anything that either drew you in or kept you in over the years that Abanda has been hitting? Like you're trying to theory out whether it fits or not.
Okay, I don't know if it's healing, but it gives you a quality of life. For me it's very important because it's like my playground. I have my life besides Abanda, where I have all the responsibilities a man have, a father and a husband, a man who works a lot, and I have my life besides with you know, with all those things, and when I play in Abanda, then it's like I feel free. I feel playing. It's like, you know, it's like I became 15 again. So for me it's a freedom. It's I can do whatever I want. Of course, you know, inside the rules the group has. but it gives me a freedom that I can get in other places, and being a member for so many years means that I have a lot of friends. I've had share with them a lot of experiences. We have been 11 times in Brazil, and every time is his own history and a lot of experience, social experiences and musical experiences. So it's what keeps me going on in Abanda. It's the playground.
So what, how is this trip ranked among your 11 trips?
It's I don't know. Abanda have been 11 times in Brazil. I have been 10 times, and every time has its pro and contras. This time I feel that the trip was shorter than the other times, because the other times we have been three weeks in Brazil. This time was 2.5 weeks. But the musical part has been first priority. So I think it's a very really good, the musical part. What I miss are maybe the more than experiences when you travel, like nature, a beach, a mountain, those kinds of experiences that makes you to be traveling. I like the big cities, but not for two weeks. It's too much for me. But if you only sit with the musical part, it has been a great trip.
How was that for you personally in terms of the workshops and performances? Tell me about things that were challenging and
Yeah.
things that were just wonderful.
Been great to learn new things, even if I could not from the start play the things I learned. I managed to play the new songs, and I think some of them they are really great. And that's one thing. And the other thing is that we are playing with other bands from Rio, and that was great too, because it was a new way of playing with brasses and drums. And I learned a lot of things by playing with them. So I feel that I got a lot of things with me on my bag.
Can you talk to me about your learning style and that workshop experience and how it's like, oh, like, how frustrating? Can you talk to me a little bit about that? I felt a lot of it.
Yeah, I was personally very frustrated because two reasons. Because I couldn't manage to get the things quite fast, and on the one hand, my own technique was not good enough to pick the things quite quick. And on the other hand, I felt that the person who gave us the workshop didn't use too much time on me, but more with the other percussionists. So it was a little bit frustrated, but I've already, how you call it, come over that.
Do you think that you'll be able to take those songs back and be able to blend it in all the band members who were not here and get those solidly started with the band repertoire?
Yeah, I think it's for the first we have got all the partitions, the rhythmic things on the paper, and that makes it very easy. They're not on notes, but it's right in a way that people who doesn't know how to read notes can read the rhythms. So that's a big help. So I think it will not be any problem to when we come home to practice those things with the abandists who haven't been in this trip. But we have to be very systematic, so we don't lose the details there is on those songs.
You
Sure. I love to, I would say for me, I'm on holiday, but I don't mind to work because I speak the language, so I don't mind to make an effort for the group. It's not a problem. But we are a lot of people who are doing a job here, so I'm not alone doing the whole thing. So no, it pays a lot to see the members happy and to see the Brazilians. You know, they are extremely happy when we play their music. So that's that gives me joy and give me that power to continue making an effort for the band.
We have to explain to a stranger what Abanda is and why you love it so much. How would you?
In few words.
Oh, go as long as you want.
Well, as I told you before, for me it's a family. It's an organism who every one of us is like a cell in an organism, and everybody has a function. And if one cell doesn't work, the organism doesn't work. And in this organism there is a lot of layers. Some of the cells have been for 30 years, and some of them have been just for 6 months or 1 year. So there is a lot of layers, a lot of history in each of us. But what it makes us special or authentic is that we share the music together, and we are from ages from 18 to 70 years, and everybody can be together, and they always want to feel young being with the youngest, and the youngest maybe feel that there is some people who take care of them. So I think that is what also keeps me going on, that it makes me a little bit more younger than I am. And as I told you, it's a big family, a lot of friends, and the music is what keeps us together. Playing for the Brazilian music, who everybody loves because it's so warm, so rhythmically, and makes you move. You know, I come from a background with tango, who is much more melancholic, blues. And it's more mentally more cold. So I love the Brazilian music because it touches you right in the heart, from the heart down to down to here. Especially the movements down there. They are.
I gotta get that. The pull. Where does Brazilian music turn? Where does it touch you?
Well, the Brazilian will touch you from the heart and then down to the lower part here, especially the lower part here where you movements they move, and
Oh yeah. In fact, I think it was Todd. His theory is sound of music is designed to make women's asses shake.
I never heard that theory. Okay, yeah, no, you might be right, but yeah, but they move out the whole body. But the hips are very, I don't know, very especially how they move the hips, the Brazilians. I tried, but I still can't do it in the right way.
So about this trip, do you have a favorite moment so far? I mean, I know we're just still in it. We're in the grunge and it's so busy.
If I have to pick one, that would be the job in the factory in Petropolis. That was very special. But there is a lot of nice moments. That was the one, and then the one going with Voladora early in the morning and jamming with them through the streets of Santa Teresa. that was great too. And then the last job in with Borador in the big park. That was not our own music, but it was a fantastic parade.
Tell me what was so special about the trumpet.
Because for the first thing, we had our own show. For the second, the people were so they were so not grateful, but they were, you know, they want this, you know, and they really set price, big price on our the way we played. We played really good. They danced really good, and the feedback from the crowd was, I think, was fantastic. And then the owner of the factory, he gave us an extra. He gave us some money for that. So that means it was quite. How you call it? He was very happy for a Danish band play on the Danish factory and did it make it maybe better than the other Brazilian band who was playing there. Eh? So it was a great gratitude for me, but it's difficult to put just say this one was better than the other one because there are a lot of different jobs and it depends very much in which mood you are, how tired you are, how you've been sleeping that day. There is a lot of things who have an influence in how you feel in the very moment. But I think that one was a good performance. What could be?
I think. So Daniel, do absurd. Okay, Daniel, do Leon again. Leon. Okay, and you need to do John again too. And Pella?
And he had also, because when it is called John Slot, then in Brazil it's called João Castelo. Oh yes. João Castelo.
And Palace? What is Palace?
Alegria, yeah. Snelle Pilsner.
Carolina?
Carolina with cake. That's boring. That's boring.
Okay, not one.
Tomatinho. Cute little Thomas. The webmaster. Number one, the web king. The one and only, the spammer. Oh.
Bella has never outlived the shame that I beat him most annoying writer onto the Abanda net.
Yeah.
Most voluminous and irritating poster. I'm perhaps number two. Perhaps.
I'm perhaps number two with never.
And it was by universal acclaim of the people. Not decided in a secret committee.
Yeah. And over there you have Carl Perinia. Carl Perinia. Carl Cassias. Carlitos Mahal. Carlitos. And here we have Batida de Coco.
Ben jij dus misschien belt? Ze kan pakken die belt? What about Ola? Is there a nickname there?
What's that?
Is there a nickname for you?
Exactly.
Okay, will you tell me when he leaves?
Yes. But we was promised to have this black bar across my eyes, so we will have never been. Really confidential.
We'll do that with your 6'6" frame with the black bar across. Antonio, that whole long line of people, are they ahead of us?
That's 8 again.
That whole long line of people, are they ahead of us? Are we gonna
No, that is for another boat. It's a catamaran. Should be 9 o'clock. So we are gonna take another one 10 o'clock. But that queue is not for our boat.
we'll make our flight?
Wow. No, we see what happens. Maybe 10 will be 11.
Okay.
There's no news today. Way up on top where it's just coming out of the clouds. All the way on the top. Balanced on a 1,000-foot precipice on the edge of life and death. With the winds howl